Hello everyone, this is the Paperman, and I am making a fun little video with this music that's way too loud that I have to quiet. Come on YouTube, cooperate. I have a friend, and she has made a tier list of a video of the huggability of every single Genshin character. I also would love to do this, so I am doing it. But I'm going to do it from the perspective of an absolute bro. Aether's just another bro. He gets a side hug. He seems a little... like he's really like quiet. He seems like he's not going to like want a hug. So I'll hug him. Like he'll get a side hug. Same with Albedo, a big recluse. And so he's going to be completely kind of off the sides of everything, you know? And he's not gonna want them. Amber hugs respectfully. She's a big extrovert. She probably goes around hugging a lot of people. Very, very, very respectful. Ayaka, I do not want to tick off the Kamisato clan. I will hug her respectively. Barbara, she is idle. She gets a big hug though. She gets a big hug. She works at the Catholic Church. I mean the cathedral. And she sings beautifully, and so if given the chance of seeing her on the adventures, big ol' hug. Beto, so this is going to assume that I am like at least decent friends with all of these characters, so that's how I'm probably gonna do this. Because like normally I would like don't touch Beto because she'll like she'll hate you, but like you get drinking with Beto on the pirate ship. This is a great old hug. This is a big old hug. Bennett gets hugs nonstop because he needs them, because he's pity boy and he needs all the love in the world. Chongyun hugs respectfully. I feel like he wouldn't like it that much, but he would still like it a lot at the same time. So that's an interesting one. Diluc. No one wants to hug Batman. He gets a pity hug. If Diluc wanted to hug me, I'd be like, bro, go away. He's so emo and edgy, and I don't want to touch that. I don't want it to spread. Diona, yeah, she's fluffy. That's a hug nonstop. She's gonna hate it, and I don't care. I do not care if she's gonna hate it. That's a nonstop hug. Fischl. I don't even know if she knows what a hug is. She's so out there and not existing in this world. I'll give her a side hug if she wants it. Then she'd probably tell me not to touch her. Ganyu, hugs respectively, because anything other than that is either a disservice to Ganyu or not good. Hu Tao, great big hug. Hu Tao is one of my favorite characters in the game. I liked her before all the people started liking her, and she was one of the most powerful meta characters. I love her voice actress so much in both the JP and the English. The English does a great job of her being like this really quirky, weird, you know, exactly how you would like envision a 19-year-old mortician. Well, it's been like 3 years since she got released, so you know, I guess that makes her 22. I don't know how math works. If that by that logic, Klee should be 16 at this point. Or not 16, she should be 12. Well, is she 8? How old is Klee? I don't want to look that up. Jean. Hugs respectively. She's a great and caring sort of like mother figure of the Knights of Favonius, and so she'll be there. Kaeya's my bro. Kaeya's a bro. I can hug Kaeya. I could hug Kaeya. He's like Kaeya does something cool, he'll look back at me and I'll be like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Come in here. And I give him like a little clap on the hands and just bring him in for a big old bro hug. Hugs respectively. Kaching, side hug. That was a sneeze, don't worry about it. Kaching gets a side hug. She's a busybody, and busybodies usually don't make time for that kind of stuff. Not that Ganyu isn't, but she's also too tired to resist, whereas Kaching would be like, you're not worth my time. Klee gets a big ol' hug. She doesn't have a mother. Practically, her mother kind of ditched her to be like a really powerful sorceress of some sort or something wild. So yeah, Klee gets to be here, and yeah. Hugs respectively, because I can do nothing else. Lumine hugs respectively. I always kind of a little bit of like a self-insert with like Aether And so like Lumine would be like, in a sense, my sister, even though I play as Lumine and not Aether in my Genshin playthrough. Essentially, the other one is the sibling of the other, so whichever one I most identify with, the other one is going to be the one that, like, is my sister. So hugs respectively. Mona. She's dirty. Mona's dirty. She's practical. Well, to be fair, she did end up getting, like, a house, but she spends all her time outside, and she's, like, she gets a side hug from me. I don't know. She's a water character. How could she be dirty, Brian? I don't know. Ninghuang. I don't think she's not a great big hug kind of person. I think she's another hug respectively. If I was with a good relationship with Ninghuang, I think that would be how that works. Noelle, great big hug. She's awesome. Noelle is really, really cool. She just kind of cares about people a lot. She's very affectionate as a whole. Her hangouts do a great job to flesh that out. So, do not touch Chi-Chi. She is dead. Razor, great big hug. He deserves one. He deserves a great big hug all the time. He kind of was like raised in the forest. His English isn't the greatest, or whatever language that you use him with. So, yeah, he gets a great big hug. Sucrose. Yeah, Sucrose gets a great big hug, too. She's such, like, an adorable little nerd, and I love that. That's great. She's great. Child. Tartiglia. Nah, he gets a side hug. No, he gets a pity hug. Screw that. Yeah, he gets a pity hug. Like, yeah, you're still in cahoots with the enemy. I mean, I guess you're kind of like a free agent. You get a pity hug. Like, I don't want to hug you. I don't like what you've done to, like, the people of Liyue. Venti gets a side hug, that frickin' drunken bard. Xiangling hugs nonstop. Absolutely my favorite character. She will absolutely hug you back. It'll be the best time in the world. This is probably one of the best huggers in all of Genshin. Zhao. I feel like I'd only ever give him a side hug. He deserves the hugs respectively, but he would never want it. And because he would never want it, I would never give it to him out of respect for him. So a side hug to Zhao is a respectful hug at the same time. So we're going to go with that. Jingcho, he's kind of a boring book nerd. I think he gets a hugs respectively, just kind of the default. Xinyan. Xinyan. Little rock star that she is. Yeah, I think she gets a hugs respectively. No, she's got the high energy. I think she gets a great old hug. I think that's what she'll give at the very least. It's kind of up to you whether or not you want it. I don't... John Lee himself. Zhongli. I would only ever hug Zhongli if I looked up to him like a child did to his father. And for that reason alone, I'm not going to touch him. Rosaria. Rosaria gets a pity hug. Again, she's like, it's the same problem with Zhao. It's just like, I feel like Zhao would just would just disappear like the Adeptus he is, and then Rosaria would just like not interact with you. She'd give you the cold shoulder, and I don't want that type of a relationship with someone, just like that type of friendship with someone. Eula gets a side hug. She doesn't seem the very like loving, caring, receptive type for one. She has a lot of like family stuff and whatnot. Yanfei, she gets a great old hug. She's the best lawyer ever. She will protect your legal rights and so much more. Let's go. Where are we going next? Let's go. This is Kazuha. Yeah, this is Kazuha. Okay, so Kazuha hugs respectively. He's helped me save Inazuma like a bunch of times, and so yeah, he's really, really cool for that. Yoimiya Yeah, Yoimiya gets a great big hug. She will probably crush you though. She seems really strong, and she seems like someone who loves hugs and will break your back in doing so. Hugs nonstop to Sayu. She is the softest. What the frick is this picture? What the frick is this picture? So I don't know who you are. So goodbye. Raiden. I give the Electro Archon that has murdered countless people, or A herself. I think I would hug the puppet as long as A wasn't there, and I think the puppet would like it. Like Raiden Shogun would like it. But A, when she comes and inhabits the puppet every now and then, I would only ever give her a side hug. So she's like the closest thing to like an actual in-between with these. Sarah gets a pity hug. Girl, you sided with the Shogun, and you were doing literally the bidding of everyone around you, and you seem to have very little care of anything outside of just like authority. You get a pity hug. Sanganamiya Kokumi. I would say hugs nonstop because you are my favorite like character in Genshin, pretty much. But you get a great big hug, and that's just because you are Fish Lady. This is Aloe. You get a pity hug because you deserve pity for the character that you are, and the fact that you're even a character in Genshin. You are a crossover character. You are not part of this world. You are not part of the world building. You do not go past Go. You do not collect $200. You get a pity hug. Toma. Toma's not a bro. He's just kind of there. He's just kind of like Kazuya's a bro. Sorry, not Kazuya. Kazuha. Kazuha's a bro. Toma, he's your maid. That's what he is. Kazuha is like your traveling swordsman, and Toma is your maid who knows how to use Fire Spear. Ito. Hugs respectively doesn't mean it's going to hurt any less. He's going to have the same issue as Yoimiya. Yoimiya will crush you. Ito will kill you. Goro, hugs respectively. He's a kind of a nice guy, the right wing under Kokumi's sort of army and whatnot. And so he's, fighting for the side that we fought for as we were the squadron leader of Swordfish 2, I believe it was. Shenhe. Shenhe deserves a big hug. She needs a big hug. She's had quite the past. She deserves it. Being practically Cloud Retainer's daughter that's just a wild, dude. Yunjin, great big hug. She might not seem like the person who would like it, with her being an opera singer, professional, big celebrity, similar to Barbara in that sense. But it's like because of that professionality and distance that they have to have is why they deserve the big hug even more. So I would give her a great big hug. Yaimiko. Hugs respectively, because I feel like the moment you try to give her too big of a hug, she'll use it as a power trip onto you, and you will, she's just a conniving little fox lady. That's all she is. And so anytime you try to give her any sense of genuine reciprocation of emotion, she'll just use that as a power trip over you. And that's kind of just in her foxy nature. So respectively. And I think she'll allow for that. But any more than that, and she's like, nah, you ain't that special. Kamisato Ayato. Hugs respectively. He's a nice guy, similar to Ayaka. These two are just nice. They're just nice people, They deserve a good hug. Yellen. Yellen is too cool for school. She's too cool for emotion, and she's too cool to be bothered by someone like me. So she gets a side hug. She's also like a trained assassin, so I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. Cookie for Cocoa Puffs. I'm sure that's never been used before in a meme format. I actually haven't learned much about Cookie. I haven't seen her like much in the overworld at all, outside of just being Ito's like counselor, mother. I don't know what Cookie is to Ito, but like she likes to be the subordinate in their little gang relationship, and she's doing well with it, I guess. Hugs respectively. I don't know her enough to feel like she might be someone who deserves a great big hug. Also, the trumpet's going like wild on the music. Hazo. Do not touch Hazo. Hazo is super sus. Need I say more? Tainari. Tainari has done so much for like the people of Sumeru. I think he like deserves a big hug, and what he's done for Kale as well, who's a nonstop hug. She deserves all of the love in the world, and she's gonna get it from the hugs. These two stories are very intertwined. He has cared so much for Kale, and Kale deserves so much, and would love to like have it. She just deserves well. I don't like you. I don't like you so much that I think I know your name, but like I can't remember it. She's part of the black market. She has slime. I forgot your name. I haven't built you. I've met you like once in the story. You're like this really random side character. I don't know. Oh, I can't see. There we go. Nilu hugs nonstop. Nilu is a theater nerd. She's awesome. She's just beautiful and perfect and lovely. It's great. Sino hugs respectively. He's got his like nerdy side, so don't ever get on his bad side. You're friends with him, you know, he's gonna be a little cringe, but that's okay. Candace hugs respectively, because I can do nothing else. And two, because she protects a lot of people. She has that like capability to her, to just kind of be that very caring mother figure that, you know, like she's just Mama Bear. She will kill you if you try to mess with Aru Village, I believe it is. Mess with Aru Village. Don't mess with Aru Village. Nahida hugs nonstop. I don't know why no one has done this in game yet, but she's so adorable. She's very adorable. Lila. Lila gets a great big hug. Her sleeping self is very odd, and I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see her on her sleeping side, because when she's awake properly, like she's really, really boring, and you just want her to go to bed. But she is the hashtag mood of Genshin, and so yeah, she gets a great big hug. Wanderer, pity hug, because any hug that I would give him would only be filled with pity, just for the type of person that he is and the type of life that he has had to have in order to become the person that he is. Faruzan hugs respectively. Similar to like Candace, but a lot more tsundere and standoffish. But she also has like the wisdom and maturity of someone who's lived for like over 100 years. She's kind of just Aang. And so, yeah, hugs respectively. Yao hugs nonstop. I think you're sensing a slight pattern here with a lot of the lolly characters. They get all the hugs. Yao has a bunny as well. She has a little bun, and she has buns for... The buns are bells. They're all just soft. It's great. Alhaitham gets a pity hug because that's all I can give him. That's literally all I can give him. He's kind of a brat, and he's kind of annoying to try to talk to. So all you can really give him is a pity hug. Dia. Yeah, Dia's a bro. Dia's a bro. Yeah. Dia goes there. Oh, what's your name, little boy? Oh, what's your name? Is it Sora? It's not Sora. I don't remember your name, so I give you pity. Kaveh. Kaveh needs a hug, dude. He's also like kind of really smart and really kind-hearted. He's actually like, he has a lot of really good qualities about him. He's just really easy to tease, and he lives with Al Haytham. Baiju. Baiju gets a side hug. His Sneck deserves a full-sized hug, but the Sneck also scare me, and I don't know. He works in medicine, so there's a lot to be gleaned from that. Kiraura gets a great big hug. She's a literal yokai. She turns into a Amazon box. It's great. These two are not characters. These three are not characters yet in the game. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I believe that is it. I would hug all of these people nonstop, and they would love it, and they would hug me back, and that's the fantasy that I'm going for here. This video was inspired by J Sketch Punk on her second channel, so go and check that out. Link in the description as well to that video. So this is my list and all of my descriptions. So yeah, thank you so much, and bye-bye.